Dear scholars, a very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Joseph KJ, research scholar from St. Joseph's College, Autonomous Trichy, Tamil Nadu. The title of my paper is World War III Will Be War for Water, an aquatic analysis of the Tamil movie Sardar. The main content of the paper. This paper explores the aquatic elements depicted in the 2022 Tamil movie Sardar. The importance of water. More than any other factors, water maintains the life support systems on Earth. Water is necessary for the continued existence of anything alive on this planet. The summary of the movie Sardar. The hero Sardar, who is a spy, investigates the water-related issues and the corporate strategy of making money out of bottled water. Aquatic issues in the movie Sardar. Though the movie Sardar deals with many issues related to water, the researcher focuses on 4 aquatic issues presented in the movie Sardar. The scarcity of first one, the scarcity of water marks the death of the children. It is estimated that around 8 lakh people die from diarrhea each year due to the contaminated drinking water, poor sanitation, and inadequate hygiene. The mortality and morbidity due to poor quality drinking water and bottled drinking water are higher among the underdeveloped and developing countries. The second problem, the production of chemicals in plastic water bottles and its harmful consequences. The use of plastic water bottle is associated with several risks and adverse impacts, including those damaging to human health and the natural environment. The boy named Timothy in the movie Sardar suffers the consequences of the usage of water in plastic bottle. Carcinogens can be produced from the continued usage of plastic water bottles. Any chemical with the potential to cause cancer is referred to as carcinogen. BPA, a chemical that is utilized in the production of plastics, is a substance that causes cancer and is emitted by plastic bottles. There are grounds for worry over the potential adverse effects of the exposure to BPA on the brain and prostate gland of developing fetus, babies, and children. The pollutants have the potential to seep through plastic bottles and into the water that we consume. Consumers are at risk of experiencing adverse health impacts as a result of the leachate from plastic. Consumers are at risk of experiencing adverse health impacts as a result of continued usage of the plastic bottle. Consuming liquids from single-use plastic bottles has increased the risk of chemical leaching and toxicity. The third problem, the invisible strategy of the corporate. The movie also discusses China's intention to propagate false news about contaminating the country's water supply through Pakistan and implement pipes to monopolize India's water supply through the One India, One Pipeline project. Both of these plans are mentioned in the movie. The corporate is continually spreading fake news to keep the people in fear and maintain their business. The corporate tactic is to plant the fear in the minds of the people that the plain water that is naturally accessible is tainted and of no use, and then encourage them to consume bottled water instead of using the naturally available water. The fourth problem discussed in the movie, a warning on World War III for water. There are references to impending World War III for water in the movie Sardar. Rajendra Singh, the waterman of India and winner of many awards, and the Stockholm Water Prize in 2015 has claimed that a World War III is on our doorstep and it would be fought over water if we do nothing to address the situation. Conclusion: the water crisis serves as the focal point for the film's central ethical conundrum: how private companies are profiting off the public good of water by bottling it and selling it to the consumers to excessive prices in plastic containers that leach their deadly chemicals into the water supply, putting children in danger. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. Next, I call upon KM Jayanti. Oh, no.
Can I say something to Dr. Joseph?
Yes, ma'am. But I'm not a doctor. I'm a research scholar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Is Dr. P. Padmini here? Dr. Sapna Dogra?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you can start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Sapna Dogra. The title of my paper is Water Crisis and Class Wars in Sarnath Banerjee's graphic novel All Quiet in Vikaspuri. Sarnath Banerjee's graphic novel All Quiet in Vikaspuri focuses on a dystopian future in which water is the most valuable resource of all. And it shows the water battles between rival urban neighborhoods in Delhi. The story opens in the industrial township of Tambapur, which was formerly prosperous but has fallen on hard times as a result of out of control corporate greed. One of the many migrants who have drifted to the city in quest of living is a man named Girish, the plumber, the protagonist, and he is compelled to leave the crumbling township. Girish, protagonist of the novel, who is hired in the search of the lost fabled river Saraswati, whose water source is the only way to solve the great water scarcity. As the hunt for the miracle Saraswati goes on, the class conflicts in Delhi gets played out in the background. Is a satire on human tendency to go and take natural resources for granted. All the issue of water shortage in the lives of everyday people. It depicts a collective battle for water in the drought-plagued city of Delhi and a man's journey to the center of the earth in search for the mythical river. The paper looks at various themes in the novel, like water crisis, corruption, lame governmental policies, and a total indifference to environmental issues. The use of the violence in the novel is purely metaphorical. The novel chronicles the journey of a plumber, as I just said, and it is kind of a story related to Homeric style. It's an epic proportion. It is political satire that uses humor to mock modern India's penchant for having half-hearted will in nation making. It is ecologically and socially apt novel that holds a mirror to our times. The novel uses brilliant illustrations and sarcasm to create a masterpiece that seems to emphasize that it is timely and urgent that humanity wakes up to the destruction caused to Mother Earth in the name of so-called Vikas, which means progress. According to Anuja Medan, this novel, which is Banerjee's fourth graphic novel, imagines a dystopic future present in which water scarcity in Delhi leads to bloody class war. India has been designated as a water-stressed nation and faces severe water scarcity. So, text is as much a commentary on the present as it is a process of the future. It combines different narrative forms and tropes: fable, fantasy, epic, visual essay, and burlesque. Banerjee's work makes use of surreal style, combining humor and realistic drawings with subtle engaging elements. He aims to tell the everyday stories of Indians in a way that emphasizes the tone rather than the factual reality of events. Though he draws upon Western modernism, his work is saturated with contemporary culture, including translated phrases in Hindi, Urdu, and Bengali, as well as inside jokes about ethnic rivalries. He incorporates black and white ink sketches and photographic images drawn from Indian magazines, advertisements, film posters for a collage-like effect. Again, Anuja Madam wrote a paper on this novel, which was called Slow and Water Racism in All Quiet and Vikas, and she says that Banerjee stabilizes the narrative of national economic progress in his graphic narrative by highlighting the ecological crisis and destruction of communities. The graphic narrative makes visible the slow violence of ecological destruction and mass displacement triggered by neoliberalism. Furthermore, it exposes the root cause of water crisis in Delhi to be the resource imperialism of the elite and middle classes and the privatization of the public good. At the end of the text, Banerjee imagines an ideal vision of water democracy, which is forged by an alliance of people from different classes and ethnicity. In his own words, Banerjee acknowledges that this book grew out of my obsession with a country's obsession with development. I find it very difficult to relate to India's new middle class. This is a very patriotic and neoliberal group that mixes religion and economics together, which I find very irksome. To conclude, in showcasing affluent Delhiites, corrupt government officials, and opportunistic businessmen as water criminals, this graphic novel subverts the discourse around criminality and water employed by state agencies. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, respected Dr. Sapna. Thank you for your great paper, for a great speech on the water crisis and class wars in Samet Banerjee's graphic novel. Your aim is very clear. I like it, and I hope that this will be solved because you say it is very hard to implement it. But this is really something I can say. It is really something new, and I'm sure that that you can insist on that, and it needs to be visible. And I'm sure that other authors, when they will read this article, will be interested very, and that you will continue, and also they will help you. Thank you. Thank you very much on your great speech.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
So can I start one? This is Dr. Disha, this side, the next one.
Yes, you can. Yes,
Thank you
you
so
can. Welcome. Welcome.
Very good afternoon, Dr. Nada. So this is Dr. Disha this side, and I'm representing GNA University, and I'm the research scholar with Yoga Samastikran University in Florida. I have along with me my supervisor, Dr. Mahesh Chopra, under whose guidance I'm doing my second PhD. I'm already a doctorate in English literature, but pursuing the subject because it is closer to my heart. The topic that I'm taking up, Dr. Nada, is inevitable role of water in psychotherapy. We all know that water possesses an indispensable power to keep our body really fit and healthy. Water is also known as H2O as we call it in science, and it keeps the temperature of our body normal. Not only this, it even lubricates and cushions our joints, but it also protects our spinal cord and the other sensitive tissues of the body. In this very humdrum, monotonous routine of ours, water acts as a therapy too, which helps us in getting rid of many health-related problems. Remaining engrossed in our daily life and obsessed with the daily routine in a mechanized world, we stay totally incognizant about the natural resource which is available at our beck and call. Water is basically a natural treatment. Aquatherapy or hydrotherapy, as we normally call it, it is one of the natural treatments which is available for psychotherapy for all those ailing souls. Water that touches the counters of the skin, it acts in the entire body, and it helps in triggering the neuroendocrinal immune system, and the brain gets the signal to the nervous system, and water has a potential of homeostasis. It acts as a balance for the internal systems like temperature, electrolytes, and hormones. There's a significance that water holds in a health sector. Water is actually obligatory part of our daily existence. It is one natural resource that God Almighty carries maximum significance in maintaining our daily health. And we all know that 60% of our total body weight and 90% of the brain weight is basically contained with water. Sufficient hydration on daily basis is something that we all need. Water is considered to be basically our best buddy. If not anything else, if food is not available, water is considered to be the best buddy, which is basically important for hydration and fundamental of our perfect health. Water acts as an energy booster. It helps in weight loss therapies also. It is a very strong aid in digestion, and it is basically a natural detoxifier. Water is also one of the natural skin hydrators. An application of water pertaining to this water is that we can use water to get rid of our muscular pain and spasms in our body. It helps in regaining our recreation. It sustains and escalates the joint movement. It even rehabilitates the paralyzed muscles. It is there to reinforce fragile muscles and the fortitude that it contains in our body and the bone, to reassure it taking leaps and active participation in the leisure events also. The role and benefit of water in psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is basically an integral tool that is especially designed to overdo any innate weakness that is prevalent in our body, which is beyond our potential to understand it. Psychotherapy is an awe-inspiring invention that aids in the operational improvement of our emotions. In the treatment of psychotherapy, even water holds significance. A study it was carried out in 2018, which basically reveals that if anyone consumes less water, that person is at a higher risk of depression and anxiety. On the other hand, individuals who intake sufficient amount of water on daily basis, they are mentally healthy as well as happy. We can even say that water is valuable for the smooth functioning of the bodily processes. It is related to the concerns which are pertaining to acne, dry skin, dark spots on the skin, and water even supplies nutrients to the brain. Human body, if devoid of water, it hampers the health of the vital organs, including the skin. So the skin starts peeling off, the skin becomes flaky, and many of the times the skin results in wrinkles and dark spots. So sufficient intake of water basically acts as maintaining the skin agility and elasticity, and it makes us stay healthy and looks young. On the other hand, if we encounter dehydration in the body, it is going to adversely affect our mental health. Human beings should make special endeavors in drinking enough water throughout the day according to the body weight. Water is a natural cleanser. It detoxifies our body, and drinking adequate amount flushes off the kidney and flushes out the toxins that is available in the kidney. So the skin is a recipient of the vital nutrients, and adequate drinking of water is beneficial in balancing the pH level of a body as well. After some point of the age, we all know that the skin has a tendency to sag due to the sudden weight loss event. So it tightens the skin and the visible areas like upper arms, thighs, and you will see that the jawline in a refurbishing tone, it basically makes it more velvety and soft. So even you will say, I'm going to quote here Rajyog faculty B.K. Shivani, whom I've been listening on daily basis. Even she quotes that water contains influential physiological effect on our body. By drinking a glass of water accompanied with positive affirmations, which I even do on daily basis, it can calm the intake water of ours. And intake of charged water, it acts as a mood elevator, and it gets you immediately rid of any kind of irritation, nervousness, or sluggishness. Here, even I would like to quote, water topic will stand incomplete if I'm not quoting Dr. Emoto, a Japanese scientist who was the author as well as the industrialist who propagated thoughts and intentions. They act as a molecule structure of the water. So water is duly fashioned by the external environment around us and the emotions that we create in it. And water, whenever it is exposed with love, with kindness, with added on positive affirmations, it makes even the impure, polluted, and toxic water exposed to these positivity. It carries stupendous potential of making it geometric crystals, which you can trace it once you sip that water. So before you sip a water, it may taste a bitter, but when you add on these positive affirmations to it, it really creates a molecule structure which makes the water sounds taste sweet. So various cultures around the world, they revere and respect water. They correlate it at a spiritual level also. These pilgrims, they bear the notion that water has the capacity to absorb prayers and purify the unwanted energy which is acting in our body. Similarly, I would also like to add on the benefits of these aquatherapies. We all know that water is considered to be a safe treatment as compared to the other therapies, which may have some side effects because there's no toxin that is added into your body. Hydrotherapy is the use of water which revitalize, maintain, and restore health. For the patients with intense pain who cannot make an effort of even exercising a little bit, water can act as a daily rehabilitation for them. So maintaining water therapy on daily basis can establish a healthy mind and body, and it can detoxify your ailing mind and ailing souls. But at the end, I would like to say that water is a great benediction. It is a blessing from God Almighty. Water is a life force, and one cannot sustain sands without having water. Fresh water is a natural resource which is really important for human being. It is a gift from Almighty, and this universal solvent is one of the foremost resources which we have on this planet. And we, as sensible, social, civilized animals, we should protect water from any kind of wastage. It is the only resource which is all human beings they're aspiring, and we need water at all the walks of our life. People of multifarious age groups, they can seek benefits from enjoying water, ranging from children to that of the senior citizens. So water is that quite essential source of life. And at the end, for all the living creatures on this earth, before you start your water therapy, it is always best to seek expert advice. And moreover, the amount of water that is required in your body, it varies from person to person, and it depends upon the age, weight, climate, and fitness level. Thank you so much, Dr. Nada, and all the fellow colleagues. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much on your wonderful speech and presentation. I really like it because water is the most important thing in our life. You explain us all about the aqua, about the hydrotherapy, about the significance and the psychotherapy. And yes, if we don't consume enough water, we are going to depression, and it is very, very necessary for our mental health and all the benefits. And I can say, I'm coming from Croatia. We are rich with the water. We need all to save our water. And looking to you, Dr. Disha, I'm sure that you take care a lot because you have a beautiful skin, and I'm sure that you motivated all here today. Not only the women. Today is the Men's Day, so we want to congratulate to all the Men's Day. But the woman has a beautiful skin, and if we consume water, and if in the medicine and in the beautician sector in the field, we need to take care about this, and especially we need to drink a lot of water, and we need to save our water. We need to save our water, and we need to reduce how many we are cooking. And like example, washing today our dishes, why we use machine. So this is really great, this psychotherapy. I'm sure that this will be a very, very readable, and because it is right on that way, and you need each one world needs to have attention to from the reader. And I will say, and if no one for the importance of the world and our health. Thank you so much.